Yahweh granted Abraham one last blessing before his death. He allowed him to live long enough to know his grandchildren and take part in their upbringing. Rebekah gave birth to twins. Her 2 sons wrestled in her womb as they were being born, as if each was struggling to be the first one to emerge. The first to come forth was red and hairy, with skin like a rough cloak. Rebekah and Isaac called him Esau, which means thick-haired. The second came out immediately after, grasping tightly to his brother's heel. Rebekah and Isaac named him Jacob, meaning taking by the heel. As the 2 boys grew and became young men, it was hard to believe they were brothers. Esau resembled his uncle Ishmael, a huge, burly man covered all over with thick red hair like a wild beast. Esau loved to hunt. He roamed the fields for days at a time, looking for animals to kill. Occasionally he killed men, too, if they got in his way. Esau respected only one person, his father, Isaac. He treated everyone else in a coarse, rude manner. Jacob was Rebekah's favorite child. While Esau was rough and crude, Jacob was soft and gentle. He spent much of his time helping his mother with her daily chores. Rebekah favored Jacob, while Isaac favored Esau. Their jealousy between the brothers was bound to increase. One day, while hunting in the fields, Esau came upon an old man wearing a beautiful robe. He was none other than King Nimrod, who once put Abraham in the fiery furnace. "I want that robe. Sell it to me," demanded Esau. When Nimrod refused, Esau killed him and took the robe for himself. Nimrod's servants pursued Esau. He struck down 2 of them, but was forced to drop the robe to get away. By the time Esau arrived home, he was exhausted, out of breath, covered with dirt and blood. As Esau stumbled into camp, he saw his brother Jacob cooking a meal over a fire. "That smells good. What is it?" Esau asked. "Lentils," Jacob told him. Esau reached for a spoon. "I'm hungry. Give me some." "Not so fast," said Jacob. "When did you ever give anything away? If you want lentils, pay for them. You always make me pay for anything I get from you." "All right, what do you want?" said Esau. "Sell me your birthright, the blessing of the eldest son that was given by Yahweh to our grandfather Abraham, and from Abraham to our father Isaac." "Agreed," said Esau. "What good is the birthright? It's just some mumbled words. A blessing isn't going to fill my stomach. Take the blessing and give me some lentils. I'm hungry." Jacob handed a dish of lentils to his brother. Esau gobbled them down like a beast feeding at a trough. Soon afterward, Rebekah overheard Isaac say to Esau, "I am old in years. Soon I may die. It is time to give you your birthright, the blessing of the firstborn. Go into the field and bring back some venison for me to eat. Then I will bless you." Esau took his bow and arrows and left to find some game. Rebekah waited until he was gone. Then she slaughtered 2 goats and prepared a tasty stew, cooked the way Isaac liked it. She handed the dish to Jacob. "Bring this food to your father. After he eats, he will give you the blessing." Jacob protested. "Father's eyes are dim, but surely he can tell the difference between my brother and me. Esau is covered with hair like a goat. My skin is smooth. If father feels my face or hands, he will discover I am deceiving him. I will receive his curse, not his blessing." "Do not worry. I am prepared for that," said Rebekah. She took the skins of the freshly killed goats and spread them over Jacob's neck and arms. "Now bring the meal to your father." Isaac looked up as Jacob entered his tent. "Who are you, my child?" he asked. Jacob trembled. "I am Esau, your firstborn," he stammered. "Come, eat of this good venison I bring you, so that you may bless me." Isaac beckoned Jacob to come closer. As Jacob approached, Isaac reached out to feel his arms. "The voice is the voice of Jacob," he said with surprise, "but the hands are the hands of Esau." He told Jacob to kneel at his feet. Then he kissed him and gave him this blessing. "May Yahweh grant you the dew of heaven and the richness of the earth, and abundant grain and wine. Nations will serve you, kings will bow to you. You will be lifted up above your kinfolk. Your mother's children will humble themselves before you. Cursed are those who curse you, but those who you bless will be blessed." Jacob had hardly left Isaac's tent when his brother Esau appeared, carrying a pot of rich venison stew. "Come, father, eat of this good venison I have brought you, then you will bless me." Isaac began to tremble. "Who are you?" he asked. Esau answered, "Do you not recognize me? I am Esau, your firstborn son." "Then who was that who just brought me venison? I ate it and blessed him. He has received the blessing of the firstborn." Esau let out a cry of grief and rage. "My brother Jacob has robbed me of my birthright. Truly he is called Jacob, for he has taken me by the heels and stolen what was rightfully mine. Am I to go away empty-handed? Have you not another blessing left, father, to give me?" Isaac told Esau to kneel. Then he blessed him with these words: "You will wander in fields of plenty. The earth will feed you, and the rain will water you. You will live by the sword and serve your brother, but not forever. One day you will break loose. You will shake his yoke from your shoulders." The blessing suited Esau. He was already a nomad who lived by the sword. Nonetheless, Esau swore vengeance. He would not harm Jacob as long as Isaac lived, but once his father died, he would kill him.